Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Evans Eats, and on today's episode I'm going to be showing you how to do a oven roasted pulled pork. So let's go ahead and get into it. And all you'll need for this, this is about a 3-pound pork butt. It's bone in. It's also got the fat cap on. We're going to leave that on while we roast. It'll keep everything moist and juicy. And then you can use a pre-made rub. I'm going to make my own rub today, and I'll show you how I do that as well. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to peel this fat cap back. You don't want to cut it all the way off. So we're going to take our rub, we're going to put it on both sides and the top, and all around, obviously. And you'll see why I'm doing this fat cap. I'll show you why when we get to that point. This is going to be marinating for about 24 hours, so I won't be cooking this until tomorrow, but I wanted to show you the process of getting it ready. So that's good, just enough to peel it back and get some of the rub underneath here on both sides. We'll go ahead and start with the rub, and I'm going to do 3 tablespoons brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic salt. And this is a garlic and herb mix I've got. That's pretty good stuff. We're going to do a tablespoon of that. 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika that I've got left. We're going to do about half a tablespoon of some ground mustard. It's an onion powder. We're going to do the same, about half a tablespoon. Just kind of eyeballing these. And then for a little bit of kick, we'll do about a 1/4 teaspoon of that red pepper, cayenne, about a 1/4 teaspoon or tablespoon of that black pepper, and then do about half a tablespoon of salt. We'll just give that a mix. I can taste that on my tongue. So, got our pork butt back in here. And what we're going to do is just take our rub and get it underneath here. You're going to get it all over. You're probably going to make a mess, and that's okay. It's a labor of love. Rub it in. It's called a rub for a reason. Make love to your butt. Alright, now that I've made a mess, that's what it'll look like when you're done. We're just going to wrap this up. Nice and tight. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to set it back on that sheet tray, and we're just going to let it rest and develop there in the fridge for about 24 hours, like I said. And then tomorrow, I'm going to take this bad boy out, and we're going to get him in the oven. So I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our pulled pork episode. So yesterday we had a pretty busy day. We left town. I wasn't able to get it in the oven to finish it. So it's actually been marinating for almost 48 hours, but I mean, the longer the better, right? So we're gonna go ahead and finish it off today. So what I've got to do this, I've chopped up an onion, I've got my Dutch oven. Basically, whenever you do this, you can do it in like a roasting pan or something like that, but I'm going to do mine in a Dutch oven. I'm going to be adding some liquid, and like I said, this onion, I've got my oven preheated to 275 degrees. We're probably going to go for around 4 hours. Low and slow is the key. I've got some oil. We're going to sear off our butt before we put it in the oven. And then I've got some beef stock, and then I'm also going to try this. It's better than bouillon. I've used it before, but this is a roasted garlic base. I'm going to put about a cup's worth of that roasted garlic liquid in there just to sweeten the pot. And that's about it. Alright, so I've got our pork butt unwrapped. Just going to throw a little bit of oil in here. Hopefully this bad boy fits. I don't know. It's pretty good. I guess we're going to find out. Guess fitting it'll be the easy part. Flipping it over might not be so easy, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna cook either way. Let's go ahead and pick him up. Get him down in there. There we go. Whew. Messy. Alright, so I went ahead and flipped it. It was quite a process, but we're gonna cook it fat side up. So I'm going to go ahead and I know this is really full, and if you have a bigger container, you have nothing to worry about, but even this, it's going to shrink down as it cooks, so everything is all good. So we're going to throw in, it's one onion that I just sliced up. 2 ounces, I'm probably going to do about half. Speaking of flavor, I've got that better than bouillon. It's the garlic, 1 cup of some hot water here. We're just going to dissolve that, and we're going to add that in as well. This stuff tastes so good. I love it. Such a good, like, real flavor. I don't really care for, like, stock cubes and stuff like that. I think they're just like 99% salt, so no real flavor. We're going to add that in. Not all of it dissolved. It's okay. It will as it cooks. Get all of that in there. And that's about it, guys. I'm gonna close the lid on this, and then we're gonna pop this in the oven for, like I said, about 4 hours, but we'll probably check about halfway and I'll touch base with you guys. It's been almost 2.5 hours, so we're about halfway through. I just took it out of the oven, and the whole house smells amazing. I cannot wait, but I just wanted to give you guys a look at what we're dealing with here. It looks amazing. I can't wait. Alright guys, now it's been pretty much right on 5 hours that we've been riding in here, and it looks delicious. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, it's already just peeling right off of there. You see how tender that is? I can't resist. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of here, get it in another container so we can start shredding it. We're going to save this liquid, so we're going to shred it. We're going to combine this liquid with that, and that'll keep it moist whenever while you're eating it. And when you have leftovers, you know you're going to have leftovers. This is massive. And this fat cap, we're going to chop this up, render it down a little bit, and then we're going to mix that in with our meat. First thing we're going to do is take this top layer, that fat cap. This is like, yeah, I mean, I can't even hold its shape. It's just perfectly rendered fat, melt in your mouth. Deliciousness. So that's gonna just add tons of flavor to our finished product here, as well as keep it moist. I don't know if you guys like the word moist. I'm gonna keep saying it though. First thing we're gonna do is remove the bones. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take fat, we'll just continue to render that down a little bit. We're going to take our onions from our cooking liquid and put those in there as well. And I've also got our meat shredded, pulled apart. That part's pretty easy, it pretty much does the work for you. We'll get all that in there. We'll just mix that through. Also had just a little bit of that rub left over. Went ahead and threw that in, just for that little extra. Then we're going to throw in some of our liquid. Just a little bit, not a lot. Mix that through, and then we're going to get some barbecue sauce. Throw it in there with all of this, and then we're just going to continue to cook that until it thickens up a little bit. Now, obviously, you can use whatever sauce you want, or obviously, I've been snacking on it, and you can eat it, without the sauce, and it is delicious. It's totally up to you. But I'm gonna sauce mine up a little bit. I'm gonna be using bandanas. I don't know if y'all like bandanas. It's not bad. Not a bad barbecue sauce. So I got a Chicago Sweet. I'm gonna add some of that guy. And I've also got a Kansas City style. Do like a half and half on this. And again, just gonna mix that through. You could eat it right now, and trust me, you're going to love it. Hopefully you guys do give it a try. But also, like I said, and that's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna continue to cook mine for probably another 30 minutes or so. Katie will be home. I don't have any buns right now anyway, so I kind of have to, but it's going to be worth it. Like I said, it's going to thicken up a little bit on you, and just everything's going to meld together. Oh man, guys, it takes some time, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Just make your own. You will not be sorry. I'm going to have to leave this alone, not eat the whole thing before they get home. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this one. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you'll give it a try. Like I said, it's well worth it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy these videos, I'll have more coming. And you guys have a beautiful rest of your evening.